Now, despite having chosen a secluded life, Italy's cloistered nuns have a pretty tough time through the lockdown. The pandemic has been a bit of a test of fortitude for these nuns. They miss the contact with neighbours and the faithfuls. Our next report gets you all the details.
This is the convent of Saint Veronica Giuliani in the medieval town of Citta di Castello, home to 8 nuns who have taken a vow of seclusion. And despite having chosen the life of solitary existence, the lockdown wasn't any easier for them. Nearly a year ago, the monastery was closed for the first time in almost 4 centuries due to the pandemic.
We were still close to people through prayer, through the pages of the sacred scriptures, but on a concrete level, in terms of concrete gestures which have been taken away, we too have felt the loss and the importance of relationships built on encounters with people. It has been and still is a difficult period, though one full of hope, that's for sure.
They have missed contact with their neighbors and pilgrims. Visitors would come to the monastery where they would be able to talk to the nuns through a gate made of metal bars.
We heard of many people suffering, and some of the nuns were affected directly, with relatives dying or by not being able to visit loved ones in hospitals. So from that point of view, it has touched us very closely.
Deemed as lockdown experts, many turned to them for advice over the phone. People who were having a hard time being trapped in their homes would often reach out. Some nuns even took to some unconventional methods of staying connected, such as Facebook groups. They are more cut off from the world than ever before. Even though the monastery has reopened, only a handful of people visit. Most of their day is devoted to praying, and a few other activities that they are permitted, such as tending to the garden and making communion wafers for the local diocese. And even though they remain devoted to their vows of seclusion and isolation, the slow return of visitors has given them hope.
It's something we've experienced during this period, in this dramatic situation, which has been compared to the Second World War, and with all the economic difficulties that are there, we want to tell people that we are not alone. None of us are alone, and that this is something we realize every day.
This has given them hope that things may return to normalcy soon, and that they will once again be able to welcome the faithful. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
Co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.